And I'm officially live, I guess. I don't know. Scratching my nose and stuff like that. I don't like that. Oh, I'm having problems. I don't know what's going on with my live stream. Somebody please help me. I'm having technical issues all up and down the board. This is very strange for me. But how you doing, everybody? What's happening? I don't know, Watbury. How are you? I'm not sure what's happening. I was scratching my nose. It looked like I was picking my nose at the beginning of this video. That's very embarrassing. Let's see if I can hear my own self in the microphone and create a really bad kickback. You see me writing this? I do, my friend, I do.
I can hear my own self.
Oh my God, my audio sounds spectacular. I have won the audio game for all of the YouTube streams in the history of streams. You the man, all looks good. Okay, hey Steven. Hi Steven, hope you're good. I have an itchy nose. My cats are in here. By the way, I locked them in the door, so they're going to have to come in eventually. How's it going, everybody? My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. I'm a Vegas blogger. I'm doing well, Jerry. Who do I got in the chat so far? I wonder if Richard Wilk will show up. I was just texting him. And I texted him the first link, then the second link, fourth link, fifth link. Anyways, we got Watbury here. Reno's here. John is here. Reno's here. Cash Out Squad Casino Videos. That's a new one. If you're new here, that's very good. David Gonzalez, Brianna, Gus Vision 3D is in town. Got Victor Kral is here. Matt's here. Evan's mom. RR Chris XX. Thank you, Nevada. Oh, he's trying to get political. Oh, it hurts so bad. I'm not getting political no matter what you guys do. Linda's here. Watbury's here, as I said. Terrence is here. I'll be out there next weekend is what Terrence is saying to us. Nice outfit. Thank you. I set up my green screen finally on this. I don't know how. I just lucked out. I set up the camera. The camera was boom. It was right there. So, yeah, I am so happy. When we get some viewers in here, I'm going to show you what this is right here. Somebody sent me something, and it was very nice of them. And I think it's going to be very cool to show you guys that. Pam M. Eileen is here. Kingman's here. Oh, Bob's Bugs is in the house too. Jesse is here from TJ. I used to live in TJ for a minute. That was an interesting experience. I learned how to speak in un poquito español. Solamente un poquito. Pero mi español is muy mal. Not like other people. I hear other YouTubers speak it. I'm like, man, you guys are so smart on your Spanish. Figo is in town. Why aren't I on the strip, Joe? Well, 30 to 50 mile an hour wind gusts, and when I do that, everybody complains about it, and they say, Steven, you need to buy a better camera. I'm like, dude, my camera is fine. It's like a $1,400 thing. Like, what do you want me to do? Oh, I want you to put a windsock on it. Oh, and then I can mount it on my gimbal and have my gimbal not work right. Watbury interview went well today. Should know if I get it on Monday. Watbury is trying to get a job. He's going to be counting the votes here in Clark County. Oh my God, I couldn't help myself. I had to do it. Watbury, thank you. That's not really what he's doing, but he's actually got a pretty cool background. I know what Watbury does because I texted with him on the messenger. He has a very cool kind of industry, cool background. Jumping on a plane to Vegas tomorrow? Well, make sure you sit in the plane, Jonathan. Jumping on the wing, it gets awfully cold when you're at 30,000 feet. Good evening, John. Hello. Omaha is in the house, too. Yeah, let's all wish Watbury luck. Let's say a prayer for Watbury. Make sure he gets that position because, you know, he's been so generous and he's a really cool guy. And his son just got out of the boot camp. And it's kind of fun. What's on the agenda today? I don't know. Yeah, Richard Wilk, I sure has been very busy, which is what Debbie One Meal a Day says. Yep, absolutely. So we have 161 people in here. I just want to tell you guys we're in the studio tonight because it's very windy outside. We have a cold front coming through. So before you know it, the temperature is going to drop. We had about 87 degrees today. Tomorrow it's going to be a high of like 62 or something like that. I'm not really sure what the temperature is going to be tomorrow. Let's find out. What's the weather for tomorrow?
Tomorrow's forecast for Las Vegas is 15 degrees and partly cloudy.
Well, apparently it's going to be frickin' cold, but that's not true. What's the forecast tomorrow in Fahrenheit?
Tomorrow's forecast for Las Vegas is 59 degrees Fahrenheit and partly cloudy.
How do you like them apples? That's a 30-degree differential on the weather. So pretty crazy. Good luck, dude. As per Steven's advice, wear pants. Yeah, always wear pants when you're going into any situation in your interview in Las Vegas. Do you think it'll be expensive, TNA or NAS 177? Do you think it'll be expensive to live in Vegas in the future because of the Raiders and the economy? That's what everybody was saying beforehand. they said, hey, the Raiders are coming. Everything is going to be gentrified. Everything's going to go up. It's going to be super crazy. What are the vibes like in Vegas? I don't think it's going to be necessarily that much more expensive, but costs of living go up. I was checking out the cost of living, and we're still in line with most cities, but we're still less than a lot of cities. But that's good. And guess what? I got the Bugs Life. I do need to work to try to give the wife some exposure. So we got Bugs. This is my Bugs Life mask. Robert, thank you. ¿Cómo estás? Steven, how are you, Robert? Mabuti naman. So we got that. These are actually from her. She makes them. So if you guys are looking for a mask because you're coming into town. One thing I don't have is this one, which is our Vegas Classic Las Vegas. It's very cool. I love it. It's got the Vegas Club on it, the Sahara. But one thing I do have is this like slot themed deal right here. So yeah, if you guys are looking to order that because you have to because there's a pandemic and you have to wear them, vegasfacemask.com, no S at the end. Very comfortable. Taking the wife for New Year's. Hopefully there will be some good events, Thomas says, but no fireworks on the strip, unfortunately. It's going to be 70 degrees in northern Wisconsin tomorrow. Actually, I always do this in the fall. I always like to go, well, what's the weather going to be like where I'm from in Calgary, Alberta, Canada? Because sometimes it gets really crazy. It goes up and down. So let's type in Calgary weather. We'll use Safari because, whatever reason. Who uses Safari? Nobody uses Safari web browser. And it brings me to weather.com. Very slowly, albeit. I can't with the bugs. I'm scared. Don't worry about it. Oh, my God. It's actually very cold there. It's 34 degrees. And tomorrow is going to be very cold, 37. So shut my mouth. That's not nice. Steve, do you know where in Vegas I could find a reasonable price Greek restaurant? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know where John Stamos eats when he comes here, but I do know that I learned that I knew this before. I bought pizza for everybody at the office today because it was Friday and I don't know, there was a vibe. It's just been tough with the election and stuff. So I bought pizza for everybody, and it was funny because I ordered pineapple on one of the pizzas, and one of the girls there, they're all very sharp. She said, I knew you were going to sneak in pineapple being that you're from Canada. Yeah, the Hawaiian pizza was invented in Chatham, Ontario, Canada by a guy in 1962 named Panopoulos or Panagopoulos or something very Greek, and he was a Greek guy. Yeah, funny, right? He cooked Chinese food, and he liked sweet and savory foods. There's your useless trivia, not even Vegas for the day, but it's an off-topic, at-home Q&A for the new Vegas. For the new Vegas? Is that what I called it? Jeez Louise. Man, I got to get some more cleverness here. Matt is here. Heard rumors that there would still be fireworks elsewhere in the city. Can you confirm? Yes, everywhere. On every street corner. It's just like in 4th of July where they said no fireworks, and there was more fireworks than ever because you can't stop the rock. This is America, baby. America. You can't tell people not to do the fireworks. It just doesn't work out that way. What are the best wheelchair rentals out there? I don't know, Sean. Honestly, most people rent the mobility scooters, and for some reason, they must not be renting them to particular people right now. That's just some note about mods right now. Mods, it comes to my attention that there was mods that were timing people out for tons of emojis. I don't want you to time people out for posting tons of emojis. Matt Smith is posting an emoji. Fireworks. Boom. Who cares? If you do ridiculous things like that, mods, you have to lose your modship. Then I have to talk to you via email. And then if you give me a good reason, I'll return your modship to you. And, Dan Cruz, quote of the day, you can't stop the rock. You don't stop the rock when it's in progress. It's bad. You don't stop it when it's good. All right, so we don't do that. If you don't know, now you know, brother. I said brother. I'm okay. I'm safe. Do you think the second wave will ruin Vegas? No. Rex, I don't think there's going to be a second wave at all. Oh, my God. This guy is a denier. No, I'm not. Not denying this at all. I don't think there's going to be a second wave. Why would there be a second wave? There wasn't even a first wave. Well, there was a first wave. But it's kind of like filling up a swimming pool. Once the pool is full, you can't fill it anymore. We're going to have this thing. It's going to exist in our reality. It's going to become a way of life. I saw this horrible movie trailer for a movie called, what was it called? Pandemic 23 or something horrible like that. Look it up. It's they call it COVID 23 in the movie. And it was so utterly offensive to me. And it made me want to vomit. I was like, ugh. Terrible. Let me see here. COVID 23. Oh, you can't even find it in Google nowadays. Movie. It's called Songbird, and it looks terrible. It's by Michael Bay, which, you know, as a Michigander, we gotta love him. He's usually nice people, and he made this movie, or the COVID-23, and it's terrible, and it makes me want to vomit that somebody would take advantage of the pandemic like that in the middle of it. Khan says censorship is un-American. Yeah, it is very un-American, unfortunately. But we have to play by YouTube's rules right now. And what's funny about this too, I took a camera. I don't even know where's the camera. I took this. I took old man noises. I took this little camera that I'm probably going to return. I took this to the. Let's see if I can actually see myself in real time. I took this to the strip last night, and after I was done, this is called. It won't focus on it. Yeah, this is supposedly good for low light scenarios. And I filmed 5 minutes of myself with this. And what I should have done is I should have used this Sony camera, which is actually made for blogging in particular. But I wanted to try that one out, so see if I have to return it. I got home. It's a 5K video image. I spend an hour with it. I upload it to Vimeo for Patreon and for channel members, and it's a spherical image, and I can't figure it all out. So, you know those 3D images that you'd make for like a Oculus? And I'm like, dude, stop doing that. This is a feature, but it's not what I wanted. So if you guys are waiting for a Patreon thing, it will be coming once I figure out how to remove that ridiculousness out of that camera. If not, I will have to film something with this puppy right here. So I just want you guys to know I'm working hard on that kind of stuff right now. Jim West, nice to see real life Las Vegas, not just what the media decides to show. Yeah, Jim, because the media is trying to scare the death out of you right now. Scare the death out of you. Now, maybe because the election's over, we can all realize that there's a giant survival rate on this, and we don't have to be scared. And Steven, what kind of pizza is your favorite? I like a twist on the Hawaiian, so we use pepperoni, green pepper, and pineapple. A little well done. So, you know, Doku says you got to make money somehow in the pandemic. Was the movie even going to have a wide release? I mean, Regal at cinemas, they've closed. They're no longer operating anywhere. What is the camera wearing? A wig. Yeah, so the camera's wearing a wig. It's Tina Turner. It looks like Tina Turner. This is just a little thing you put on top. That's the microphone array on the top. I don't know if it's focusing. And so you put this on so wind noise doesn't get into it. But you can put other microphones on that. Let me see if I have one back here. I totally do. Yeah, I'm boring you guys. I know. Am I boring you? Say yes in the chat if I'm boring you. This microphone is not cheap. It looks really cheap, but it's totally not. Say yes if I'm boring you. I'll get off of it. So this is a Sennheiser. It's made in Germany. You know, the Germans make good stuff, as they say. But yeah, you pump this on right here, stick that in like that, and then you have a little shotgun mic deal. I have way too much stuff, and I never make it perfect ever. My goal is to, so I got a lot of no's. My goal is to improve the channel one video at a time, like constantly, so I can make it better for you guys. And that's what I really want to do. So if it means that I have to buy a camera and return it to Amazon, or I mean, it's a Best Buy deal, I'll do that. So I have 260 people in the chat right now. We're going to wait probably a little bit more before I show you what is in here, which I think you guys might like. Somebody was super nice enough to send this to me, and they sent me a nice note too, and I'm going to shout out their company. And if you guys want to send me something, I do have a P.O. box in the description of all of my videos where it says more info. So let's get back to your comments. Win noise at the win. Haha, Martin D with his puns. He's a punny guy. If Martin D has any kids, he must be the king of dad jokes. I'm telling you. Let's see. Our local mall by me has the COVID store that sells masks and other stuff related. Yeah, they have some of those on the strip, pop-up ones. They sell masks for like $50 from designer ones. This one here, you know, I've showed you this before, but it goes around the back of your head. Now, this is going to look stupid, I just realized, because I'm on a green screen. Is it going to look bad? I would be really impressed if this didn't look ridiculous. Oh, it doesn't look that bad. So you get the idea. My green screen is holding up. I'm kind of see-through. But it goes around the chin, and you can tighten it as much as you want. It goes right over the top of your nose right there. And there's no wire in the top. It's just the way this is made. And so it's actually quite nice. You can see it right there. And yeah, 60 different designs. And that's what the wife does. And she is an artiste, and I love it. And I want to start making people aware of her paper flowers as well. You know, when my green screen's not here, you can see them behind me. Let's go those likes up so we can hear Steve's story. Oh, I didn't know I was going to tell you a story. I usually dangle out the likes. We got to get the views up. So you might want to share this on social media. Say say. Just say, hey, this guy never shuts up for like an hour, hour and a half. I don't know how he does it. He must be on some kind of illicit substance. And I'm really not. I haven't had caffeine in like 110 days. Where can I buy very good poker chips in Las Vegas? I'm looking for the same type they use at casinos. I'll go to the Gamblers General Store, Caesar. The Gamblers General Store is down on like off of Main Street. You probably don't want to walk there. You could technically, just don't go at night. But it's they sell like decommissioned slot machines and tables and stuff like that. Intel Wild for all the mods in the chat. Thank you, mods, for being here. Jim says it looks breathable. They are, Jim, and you could actually we ship these to the UK. Surcharge it. It's $20 for shipping to the UK, but they're 2 for $25, so we can ship them there. You'll get them within 5 to 10 days, business days. Terry says I'm devastated by the fireworks news. Would love to find a petition somewhere. Yeah, I mean, maybe I start a petition. I don't know. Give me some likes. Maybe I'll start a petition. We'll go to uselesspetitions.org because I don't think they work. How bad is the wind? Well, I can hear it. My window is cracked a little bit. I built a perch for the cats. If this studio wasn't such a mess, at some point I would give you guys a tour. Actually, I just remembered this. I bought Velcro ties. I need to tie my whole table down and make it look nicer, and I have my desk, but I'm not replacing it. It's so old. Thank you, Intel. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate you very much. Kelly James wants to know who I voted for. Man, that's an intrusive question, but I love you, Kelly. Thank you for watching the chat. Don't be offended that I'm offended. I just don't think it's something we need to talk about right here. Steven's masks are amazing and extra worth it. Thank you, Omar. I appreciate it. One more thing. Low Roller says, what are you, Steve Jobs all of a sudden, buddy? So if you're new in the chat, which I don't think anybody's new. Why don't you say yes if you're new in the chat, and I would love to shout you out. Intel Wild, Steven, did you get my address? I certainly did. Let me double check my email, and I'm going to read it out to the entire world because you keep asking me that. So let's read out Intel Wild's address, okay? Let's see here. Let's see, Intel Wild. Oh man, here he is, Intel Wild. He says, I thought I did, but here it is. My name is Stephen A. Smith. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to read your address, man. But, yeah, I got your address. It's right in front of me, my man. You sent that off to me at 7:55 this morning. Come on, Steve. It was a loaded question. One more. All right, fair enough. Who is new in the chat? Nobody is saying yes because, of course, everybody is here is just one of my loyal followers. Kingman is new. Hi, Kingman907. You're new. I love it. The wind is about 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts right now. Juice and Jimmy is new every night. And by the way, Cassandra Man is here from Hamilton, Ontario, home of the Ticats. I had breakfast with the Hamilton Ticats when I was a kid, which was fun. 123 Main Street. You know they call it High Street in the United Kingdom, I believe. It's called High Street or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Main Street, High Street. His number is 8675309, and Intel goes by Jenny. Jenny, Tommy Two-Tone. Is it Two-Tone or Tommy True-Tone? Can't wait for the Grand Slam curling to come back to Vegas. Have you been to any of the events Vegas has hosted? I was actually invited last year. I had tickets. We're all good to go. But my wife got really sick last year, and so we just couldn't make it. 1600 Pennsylvania Ave. Right, wrong. John Neese, thank you so much, John, for being in the chat. That's very good with that big foam finger. I love it. Looks like you got your package. We're so happy. Oh, yes, Omar, Obi-Wan Corona. Help me, Obi-Wan Corona. You're my only hope. We're going to wait until maybe there's some more people in this chat. So if you guys want to share it, we can show that package. And it was really well packaged, I have to say. It was just a nice nondescript kind of brown mailer with a nice card inside of it. And Caroline's immediate thing was, you should sell those. People will want to buy them. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to shout out the channel. I don't need to do that. I don't even know how I would do that. Somebody made a custom design for me on this, so I'll show you guys that in a few minutes. Kyle M. Kylie says, nice mask. Thank you. I appreciate you. We do have vegasfacemask.com. It's up there. I have the PayPal address up there too, because some people say I should use Streamlabs because they only take 2 or 3%. YouTube takes 30% of all of the super chats. It doesn't bother me as much. It just is what it is. But if you guys want to do the PayPal thing, it's much obliged, much appreciated. And I can email you back when you do if I can see the PayPal. Let's see here. More likes, please. Intel says, yeah, this is a bug's life. And I can actually get close to my camera up here because the thing is, it's actually not a webcam. It's a really expensive one. You can see that right up there. And it's still a see-through bug. I still have the Bellagio in there. Very nice. Okay, no more mugging the masks for the camera for the time being. So what 400 is not enough for you? Are you not entertained? No. Oh man, I love your Gladiator reference. Russell Crowe's a real badass. Hello, Steven. Love the last walk. Travis was awesome. What's happening tomorrow? I'm going to be on the strip tomorrow. I met Travis through the channel. He reached out to me and contacted me a while back, and he's helped me out with a bunch of stuff. You can send them to your pay viewers. I could bonus you guys. Send these out if I wanted to. I could put these in face mask orders, possibly, if you're a fan of the channel. Oh man, 413. So here's what I got. It's from a company called Ready Designs. I'm going to show you guys this. Carlos Pelon, the bald man. Oh man, did I offend you with my accent? I mean, I think Pelon means bald, by the way. Good to see you out there in 3 weeks. Thank Carlos, guys, 419 times. Let's go back to my main view right here. Oh, you know what? I have 2 monitors. Why am I not just doing this? Then I can see the chats at the same time. That's very good. Oh my God. There I am. All right, so this is their social thing, so you can take a screenshot of this later. Focus, Danielson. So I don't know if it's Red Eye Designs, but they're at etsy.com/shop/junkfoodbooty. Large assorted sticker collections and custom work available. And so what they sent me was this. I'm going to show you right now. Pinche Pelon. That's what they call my uncle, who's the foreman who is the contractor on the job site. And they'll call him Pinche Pelon, which is like basically a curse word in Spanish. So they sent me these stickers. Now I'm going to show you guys this sticker right here. This is very cool. Come on, darn it, do it. There you go. Welcome to Fabulous Not Leaving Las Vegas. And they got the subscribe bell on it as well. And I think that is something else. And that's cool. And I like it a whole bunch. And there's another little sticker in here. I think it's just their company or something like that. But these are really nice. Red Eye Designs, spicy gummies, stickers, and t-shirts. Coming soon. Check it out on Etsy and Instagram. This is Red Eye. Okay, I get it. I get things. I'm smart. All right, Red Eye. See, it's an eye that's red. Red Eye Designs. Very nice. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That was very nice. Everybody's going to want a sticker. Everybody wants a sticker. A&E Vlog says, is Buffalo Bills open in the M Resort? I just moved to Vegas. It is hard to get food stamps. I live way off the strip. Thanks for doing what you do. Well, thank you, A&E Vlogs. And if you're on EBT, I wish you wouldn't super chat me, but that's very kind of you. So Buffalo Bills is now the Cromwell, and it is open. And the M Resort is also open, albeit laying people off day by day by day. It's hard. Is it hard to get food stamps? I don't know. Years ago, during the Great Recession, I tried to apply for them. It was legitimate. We were in big trouble, and they turned me down. So there's a whole complicated story that is none of your business as to why that happened. But I didn't have to take them. I know that if you go down to, let me think here. Gosh darn it, I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to have to look it up real fast for you. But there is a place over on Maryland Parkway. And I'm going to have to look for Medical Clinic Maryland Parkway. So I'm going to help you with this, okay? So if you're looking for public, like, emergency resources, this will help you. Carlos Pelon. Bienvenidos, Local Las Vegan Level 2. Thank you so much. That is very nice of you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Sunrise Hospital. It's not what it's called. There is a place on Maryland Parkway right across the street from Seafood City in the mall. And it's a little clinic over there. And I'm going to zoom in so I can actually find it for you, because Nevada Health Centers, that's what it's called. It's called the Cambridge Family Health Center. So if you're having an emergency situation and you're in Vegas, you go to the Cambridge Family Health Center. It's on Cambridge, but it's really on Maryland Parkway. They have emergency resources for food. They have outreach for people who can't afford the doctor, things like that. So I wish you guys the best. I really do. Eat at Munch in the Box in Chatsworth. Chatsworth. You're reminding me of a guy named Phil Hendry, which nobody knows who that is. John knows who that is. Chatsworth. It's hilarious. Just look up Phil Hendry, and you can't really find any of the old material. He's a great broadcaster, and I try to be as good as he was at some point. Never going to happen because he was epic and legendary. But look up Phil Hendry, and you will like what you see. Chatsworth. The Prim Buffalo. Oh, you're talking about Buffalo Bills. Damn, I'm wrong. I'm thinking Bills Gambling Hall. Is Buffalo Bills open in Prim? I suck at this. I'm not sure if Buffalo Bills is open in Prim. Maybe these people in the chat will tell you. Steven, thank you so much for the shout out. And yes, you should sell those, as you can definitely get you more. Well, I think you emailed me, Omar, Obi-Wan Corona. Love the name. And we can talk via email, stevenj at notleavinglasvegas.com. I know Phil Hendry, hilarious. The first thing I ever heard, and you can't find it anywhere unless you pay him money for it, was one of his characters. He played characters where he had a phone jacked into his board and he would go away from the mic. See, check this out. With this mic, if I go, because I think it's, see, it's got different ways that I can do it. So if I do like a broad spectrum or a forward spectrum, if I go over here, you can't really hear me. So he would go and talk like he was the caller. And so he had a character that would sue everybody. And there was one character named Steve Bozell who was trying to sue the city of Las Vegas because he claimed the minute you get here, if you're a card player that's coming in to make money, they're going to entice you with sex and cigarettes and booze and alcohol, and it's all built up to take your money. And he lost all of his money and went to the Olympic Gardens. And kids, I'm not explaining the Olympic Gardens. Look it up on your own. And he went behind the beaded curtain. And kids, I'm not explaining the beaded curtain. And he expected relations, and he never got it. And then he lost all of his money because he kept giving the girls money. So he was suing him. And it was just like, well, Caroline and I are at Bullhead City, Arizona. If you don't know where that is, it's across the street from Laughlin, across the water from Laughlin. Frankie, thanks so much, Frankie. Thank Frankie 409 times. So we're camping at Davis Camp, which is part of where the workers that built the Davis Dam, part of the Colorado dam system, was there. And it's a camp now. It's a campsite across from Laughlin. And we have an AM radio running on batteries. We're picking up radio stations, and we're hearing this. And I'm going, is this for real? Are you for real? That's like a Phil Hendry thing. And we were fooled at first. And then I got back to Las Vegas and looked him up and fell instantly in love with this guy. He's just so freaking talented. Intel Wild. Remember, RC was the kid who would do great shows always, Mr. Hendry. And he was from Chatsworth. He went to Chatsworth High. That's RC Collins. It was a great show. Buffalo Bills is closed indefinitely, Tanya says. Thank you, Tanya, for the update. And I swear to you guys, my Siamese cat is beating up my black cat in my peripheral on the other side of my camera. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe, Steve Miller says. Thank you so much. Thank you, Into a While. Thank you, April, for being back on the channel. She took a brief break from things, which was very nice that she came back. Every time people hear Phil Hendry for the first time, they're usually fooled. Yeah, yep, he's absolutely fantastic, and I actually had an exchange with him over Facebook. It was pretty cool because I really love the guy. I was like a star trucker, but it starts with an F, and that's where you just like suck up to the celebrities. And I went head over heels for him. Only 180 likes. For some reason, I'm not very likable tonight, if you can get the likes up. So ask me, are you for real? I came up with that. Are you for real? And I love that there's Phil Hendry fans in here. It's like my wife and I, we have a lullaby. We play it in the background, go to bed on it. I listen to my headphones because she likes to listen to politics when she goes to sleep, but I can't do it. I have weird dreams. Steve, can you create an autographed face mask? I could always sign the inside, I guess. It could be inside here. I don't know. I would have to get a laundry marker. It's just a weird thing for me to have that. It's just so strange that anybody would want that. Charles Manson history also. Just look up Phil Hendry. He is fantastic. Can you bring me the black one? They want to see the black one. He's going to destroy my shirt, by the way. I like the shirt, but he has sharp claws. Let's see. We got the black one over here. Vegas logo mask, Antonio says. Yeah, so the deal with the fabric is, hey, look, if you want to send me fabric, I have the P.O. box. Send me fabric all you want, but same time, it's incredibly expensive to buy some of these. Phil Hendry did not retire until he is actually on the radio on podcasts only. Oh, he's going to destroy my shirt.
I know.
Stop it with the shirt. I got him. You're good. Oh, it's a black one. Oh, he nearly took out the microphone. Oh, he's so big. Yes, what Rocco said. Give us a juicy tidbit about your Circa visit. I ran into Rick Harrison from Pawn Stars. Oh, look at the green screen is like totally gone because there's too many of us, too little light. It's okay. So I got a black one here. My green screen is failing me because there's not enough light. Too many people. Have you talked to Richard since Circa opening? How is he say Circa is doing? I chatted with Richard Wilk tonight a few times. He just said he's really busy. He apologized for not getting to me. And he doesn't like the lights. That's the thing about him. Yeah. So he apologized for not getting with me, but he said that his schedule will get a little bit thinner, and then we'll be able to. If this makes any sense, I live between Henderson and the city of Prim, so I'm trying to see if we approved a new subdivision gated community between the two. So I'm a bit confused. Lots of things AE Vlogs. Oh, don't go down. Lots of things AE Vlogs that they want to approve down there. They're supposed to build an airport near Gene.
We're supposed to have a perch for him in the background.
I know. We will eventually. I went with a green screen today. They were supposed to build a new airport in Gene, Nevada. They never managed to do that because of the 2008 crisis, but the land is already paid for. How's the face masks going, honey?
Oh, busy.
Busy like a bee.
Yeah.
There you go. So he wants to go to his perch right
More
now.
orders,
That's what he's looking
fine.
over. Yep. We can do more orders. What's your turnaround now? How long? Dan Cruz,
right now?
say hi to Caroline for us.
Really good, like 1 week.
1 week?
1 week to 10. Somebody received it from me for like when I
Intel Wild for Phil Hendry. Sorry, he was on KFI 640 AM here in LA for years. His stuff was great. Thank you, Intel Wild.
So I mailed it out to Oregon on Monday, and they got it yesterday.
Very nice.
4 days.
4 days to Oregon. Wow. So if you guys want to order a face mask, you get them in 3-4 days, 10 days max.
Like 8 days maybe.
Wow.
To UK.
Very nice. 8 days
was
to the
very
UK.
good.
It was very good. And Canada is about 8 days right now too.
Is it really?
Yeah, we're sending these internationally.
Just next door.
Caroline's hand's okay. She's doing okay. Yeah, she's going to be great. So you were in a promo for Pawn Stars. Oh my God. Yeah, I ran into Rick Harrison over at the D.
You know the promo?
No. Somebody was in a promo for Pawn Stars. I ran into him and I was like, oh my God, Mr. Rick Harrison. And I name dropped Richard Wilk like some kind of little loser, but it was pretty funny. And Richard was like, that's okay. And I got the name of the producer and I handed a business card and I said, I'd love to be on the show. And if I had something interesting, I could. But the only thing I have interesting is me. And I'm not leaving Las Vegas. And that was my big line. And that was my big elevator pitch. But I said, I would love to show people behind the scenes. And was he nice? He was going to dinner at I can't ever say the name of the steakhouse at the D for the life of me. What the dickens? The steakhouse at the D Steakhouse. And that's where we're supposed to go and live stream from.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I know Barry's.
Andiamo's. He was going to Andiamo's.
Andiamo.
Andiamo's. It's an Italian place. You go to Andiamo's. You mangia. Steven, what's the next time you're going to go to Skinny? You eat. Sounds like my Ukrainian grandmother if she was Italian. What's the next time you're going to Circa? I'm not sure.
We want to go visit Barry's, which is one of the.
We want to visit Barry's, absolutely.
Yeah, Nor Steakhouse.
Yeah.
So.
We should send junk for
carnivores
Steve
around
to
here?
pawn to his P.O. box. Oh, Dan, yeah, we are carnivores, love. No, they needed something. Richard told me that if I had something that was very, very unique and one of a kind, I could probably get on the show. And I started asking around. I said, if you guys have anything I can borrow, I'll send it back to you. Because here's the thing, like a lot of people go on Pawn Stars. They don't like it when you don't intend to sell the item, but some people will use it for publicity. I'm not suggesting I would be doing that. I mean, maybe they give you a deal and you want to actually sell it. That's the rules. But there was a guy named Pat the NES Punk. He did video games and he went on there with a Nintendo World Championship gaming cartridge. And he was there. It's like $100,000 thing. And he went on the show. Oh my gosh, you're whistling at me. Very nice.
No, that means I have an order.
So you have an order, okay. My God, is Travis here? Let's see, next time. Oh, yes, thanks to Travis, I'm getting $14 prime rib next time. Yeah, look, that was a good place down on the link. I want to take Caroline down there. Is there a top steakhouse in Vegas?
Golden Steer.
Yeah, so we're looking to go to the Golden Steer. A lot of people like Envy.
It's like an old world steak.
It's an old school place. That
Yep.
Circa Circus is said to have a really good steak place too.
Circus?
It's classic. It's been around since the 60s. Circa Circus has a steakhouse inside. You would never think of it. So there you go. Cannolis and gelato, baby.
Around forever.
It has, yeah.
I think Frank Sinatra dined there or something like that.
So let's see here. What did Spicy Gamers say that was so offensive that Lorna got rid of it? He said, I can't view the deleted message because, why do I see so many pictures of women with big blank blanks on the floor? Did someone scatter them through Vegas? So Spicy Gamers is talking about the cards they hand out. They go click, click. And so it's okay to let that one go. I guess the language a little bit. But yeah, so those are the escort cards girls direct to you. And it's a scam, and I've said it before. They come up to your room, they do a little strip tease, nothing else happens, and then you're supposed to negotiate. But there's always a big 300-pound bouncer that's trying to get the girl out of there after she takes your money, and you lose your money. I mean, that's what I assume. I've never been scammed that way, but I've heard people talk about that kind of stuff. We're going to start covering
Getting a dance in your room, not that there's anything wrong with it.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. That's what happens after that.
Part.
But I'm going to start covering that stuff a little bit more on the Patreon and the channel memberships. If you guys are okay with that, I don't want to offend anybody's sensibilities, but there's a lot of things that I could talk about over there. Go to Vic and Anthony's at Golden Nugget and ask for the special menu, best value and best filet in Las Vegas. Sounds good. Hi, Steven. I'm here at Las Vegas. I'm staying at the Luxor right now. Carlos Pena says, very good. Ken is a waiter at McDonald's. Well, Ken, I'm sure you're doing great, and eventually everything will be good for you. It will pick up. Hey, Steven, nothing in particular.
Okay. Did you say, like,
Steven, any updates on buffets, and will they open? Probably not. I don't think the buffets are coming back, and I hate to be the harbinger of bad news on that.
Not even the Wicked Spoon, Baba?
Well, it's still open, but it's not really the same. They serve you the food.
Yeah, did you go like point?
You say, I want 5 of those, 6 of those, and 4 of those. And they say, you'll get nothing unlike it. Heard a new steakhouse called Primal off the strip.
No soup for you.
No soup for you. They're a soup blank. Don't say the word on YouTube. They'll ban your channel. Black Cat needs likes, Vigo says. You can like for the Black Cat if you guys want to. Very nice. OG is closed. Okay, I don't know what that means.
It's been closed.
Yes, Olympic Gardens is closed. Yeah, it's been closed forever, for years. What they did with I can't talk about this as much, and I can do it on Patreon. If you guys want to join Patreon or the channel memberships, you'll get those videos. I put them on Vimeo, and then I upload them to YouTube, so then YouTube doesn't ban me. Because even if I posted an unlisted video, they still don't like the content, even though I'm not sharing it with anybody directly. So OG was a gentleman's club on the strip, and they closed, and there was a whole history behind that with RICO laws and vindictive wives being threatened by the feds to try to get this guy on tax evasion charges. Kind of nuts, man. I don't have an OG story, original gangster story. I don't have any of those. When I first came here, I came here with a big party animal type guy who was like a 6'2" tall bodybuilder, and he wanted to go everywhere. Wow, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to Cheetahs. We're gonna go to Studio 54. Oh, we're going to the Ghost Bar. And I'm like, 23 years old. I didn't even have a drop of alcohol in my life until that summer. And I'm like, what? Okay. So yeah. So if you guys want to join up on the Patreon, I can talk about that stuff. And some of you guys will say, oh, I never. And I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. Just don't watch that particular video. Okay. I got an intimate personal autograph from Kobe Bryant, and the $100 bill he gave me for bodyguarding him and Vanessa, you can use for Pawn Stars. Dude, no, you don't. Roscoe, are you serious? That would be insanity. Well, I mean, that would be nuts. That's true. Roscoe should email me, stevenj at notleavinglasvegas.com. That would be very cool. I mean, look, keep the ideas coming, guys. That would be very neat, very cool indeed. If a waiter gets your foods, it's not really a buffet. I agree with you, Victor, 100%. By the way, are you new in the chat? Say if you're new in the chat, say yes. This is not our typical stream that we go to the strip and we have 1,000 people watching. A lot of regulars out here. Low Roller asks if the weather is changing. It is, and it's driving me insane. It's driving me nuts. I'm supposed to, tomorrow I have the busiest day. Like, you have no idea. First of all, the family needs a second car, so we're looking at going to. The wife has always wanted. It's an older car, so we're not stupid, and I'm not rich. So we're financing a car that we have to get from Phoenix, and it's a Lexus RX 330. It's from 2005, so it's much older. But we need a second car. So, oh my God, with the audio. So we're doing that, and so then tomorrow I have to get the oil changed on the car. I got to go to the gym. I have to take this watch back to Best Buy. I love this watch, but it doesn't track my calories right. And then I have to do a lot of stuff. And I've been hitting the gym super duper hard, if you guys care about that at all. So we got some new people in there. So I'm not too. Yes, I'm new. Annie Vlog says. Annie Vlogs is new. Juicel and Jimmy thinks he's new. Tony Wright is new. I'm only here, JC Reed says. Let's see here. No, I'm not new. I'm old, Victor. I love you, Victor. You've been on my Patreon forever. Let's see here. Who else? Nobody else really new, but if you're new, you might want to subscribe to the channel. So tomorrow's going to be a super packed day. And if this wind, I don't know if you can hear the wind right now. Like, if I put my microphone over here, you'll probably hear it. Now, you probably won't. But it's really windy, right? 50 miles an hour right now. So it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow, and hopefully I can get out into the Strip and go somewhere where it's not going to be just a wind tunnel for you guys. Do a live stream at the Strat SLS Bonanza gift shop. That's a great area. We would have to do that during the day. There's no way I'm walking. I don't like to walk that area at night. We might be able to go in the area behind there. That'd be good too. So yeah, so we're going to be taking a trip to Phoenix soon, apparently. We're thinking of just flying in the morning and getting a car and driving home, which sucks. I hear the wind from Green Valley. It is very windy out there. Arnold says to go to the gym. Come on, do it. Steven. Hello. My name is Robert Campbell. I'm a teacher. Yeah, I'm a teacher. Look at me, 6 feet tall, 250 pounds. I followed you for 6 months, Carlos says. Thank you so much. That's a good car. It'll last forever. It's very low mileage. It's 105,000 miles in pristine condition. It's missing a little thing that they're going to install for free. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. I've never been to Phoenix, Arizona. I've never been there. And it's a lot like Vegas is what I've heard. Let's see here. Would you rather stay at the Luxor or Excalibur? Luxor or Excalibur? Well, I'll ask you in the chat. Would you rather stay at the Luxor or Excalibur? Type out your answer below on 3, 2, 1, go. Where would you rather stay? Oh my God, my friend Christina from Henderson is here. Let your light shine. Thank you for being here. If you guys want to see a different side of Vegas, and she does a lot of family stuff, Let Your Light Shine is a great channel. You should check her out. She's the first person that really ever maybe commented on my videos back when I had like 100 subscribers or something like that. And you should go check her out. She and her husband Steve, they do good videos. We got a lot of Luxors. Everybody would rather stay at the Luxor. What's with the Luxor? I'm going to be truthful. I would stay at Excalibur. The reason being, I'm closer to the action. If I'm at Luxor, I cross the street and I find nothing. And I don't want to be near the October 1st site if I don't have to be. So that's just my deal right there. By the way, we're going to do one more shout out for this because some people might not have seen this. I got this from Red Eye Designs at Red, the letter I Designs. So I'm going to show you guys this right now. This is very nice of them to send me this. And so there's their company logo right there, Red Eye Designs. And they sent me these custom made stickers, which I think are just fabulous. I hung it on me wall. It's a reference to The Simpsons. So welcome to Fabulous Not Leaving Las Vegas. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. People want me to sell them apparently, but I this is them. They could probably sell you this. There would be nothing in it for me. I don't imagine their profit margin is very much on this kind of stuff. And they do this stuff on Teespring. Maybe I'll include these in some mask orders. If you guys order 4 masks or more, you guys might get the luck of the draw and get a sticker. So, is that a Black Panther? Rex must be watching late. Yeah, that's my cat, Blackjack. He is very, very big and very, very fat. So, Mark prefers the Orleans. Yeah, Orleans is nice. It's off the strip a little bit. Too many kids at Excalibur. Yeah, I agree with you there. I know. I hear you. But then why did they put Dick's Last Resort in there? It makes no sense. I don't care for Luxor or Excalibur because they are the far end of the strip. Dana, I would say I agree, but that's just me. So let's see. The castle looks cool. Yeah, it does look good at night, Matt. I'm not a fan of it, as you know, during the day. Kabul Gym Philippine retirement soon. Where are you going to retire in the Philippines, Mr. Kabul? That's interesting. My wife is from the southern Philippines. She was just in here right now, although she speaks just like you or me. And a funny reverse discrimination thing is when you tell somebody my wife is from the Philippines and they say, "Oh, how nice of you to bring her here." And you're like, "No, lady, you have no idea what's going on." I'm not joking. I'm not mad at you. It's just the way it usually is. Hey, Steven, how'd you get the idea to do the vlogging? Caroline's idea. Well, okay, I've always played around with video. When I was in 10th grade, you guys want to hear a story? You don't want to hear a story. This is all my regulars anyways. So you guys might want to hear. If you want to hear how I got into all this, going all the way back to like 10th grade, just say yes. Any news on the Virgin Hotel? Yes, it's opening in January. It has most of the same restaurants, and it looks tacky to me. I'm sorry, it looks tacky. There's one place I'm not going to. Yeah, so Steven, are you going to the Black Tie for blank? Are you going to the Black Tie for this? No, I don't have any ins in those places. Are you kidding me? That is a weird racist comment to say. I don't think it's racist, Rita, but I think the undertones are there. I just think people look at it like it is a nice thing to do if you bring somebody over. So everybody wants to hear yes, yes, yes. So I remember the Hacienda, Jay. I never stayed there, never set foot in there, but I remember what it looked like from my first trip here in the 90s. I prefer more mid-strip. Okay, so we got lots of yeses for story time. So Many of you have already heard this story before, and so when I was in 10th grade, so in Canada, you do grades 1 through 6 or 5, depending on where you live. And so it was grades 1 through 6 is elementary school. Then we call it junior high school, what they usually call it middle school in this country. That was 7th, 8th, and 9th grade. And then 10th grade, I went to a school called Forest Lawn High School in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And so that place was okay. They had taken a big grant from a company called BP Amoco. You know BP. They had that big Event Horizon in the Gulf a few years ago. Well, BP Amoco, British Petroleum is a huge company. So BP Amoco Canada struck a deal with the schools because unlike here where they rely totally on tax dollars, they get tax money there. They put up advertising for companies. I think they do it here too, but they do it heavily there. So they we'll put up BP Amoco in the front of the school on the announcements where the cars drive by. And so they had this big giant computer lab. That's why I learned to use Adobe Photoshop version 3, Adobe Illustrator. I mean, these computers were great for the time in the 90s. They were like a Pentium processor. Ooh, Pentium 2s even. No 486s for us. And in there was an Avid nonlinear digital video editing. NL non-linear digital video editing system. And that was a big deal. Non-linear just means that you take some video, you cut it, and then you can move it around. And it's not like in a row. You don't have to go in a row. Blackjack, how you doing, buddy? So I never got to use that, but that was always the thing. Hey, man, you guys can use this, but I don't think the instructor knew how to use it at all. He was a great guy named Mr. Johnson. Awesome guy. Very cool guy. So he also told me that I should go into broadcasting because I had a good voice, which I laughed at. I thought that was preposterous. And going to broadcasting, nobody wants to listen to my voice. Foreshadowing. The black one is looking out that window because there's a perch for him. Okay, go black, go. And so that was when I first got into doing creative things on the computer. My father, I owe that to him. He gave us a computer. He couldn't even afford it, but he wanted his kids to have all the nice stuff. So he basically leveraged himself out to the max with credit cards and stuff like that. And, my mother was always into me doing a traditional drawing. So I've always had the creativity. But flash forward. I started doing I did a channel that was very different than this that you can't find anymore. It's around, but you can't really find it anymore. And it was not a good channel. It was a disaster. I fought with my audience. It was many, many years ago, like 6, 7 years ago. I had a lot to learn. And then my wife wanted me to start making these things about Las Vegas because there was this other guy named Jacob that was doing the same thing, and she thought I could do it too. And I said, nobody wants to hear me talk, and what am I going to say? And nobody wants to see another video of the Bellagio fountains. There's nice ones. Really fancy ones with, like drones. And so I didn't do anything with it. And then I got the phones. We started getting nice cell phones. And I started filming around and doing stuff on the phone. And I got this little video editor called KinaMaster. And that's actually what I'm using right here when I edit my videos. If you see some of my videos are done on this app. And some of them are done with my phone. Some of them are not. And it's like basically a little video editing software for your phone. Come on, focus, Daniel, son. There you go. And you can use that. And so I started using that and playing with that. And one day we were driving back from a place called Cactus Joe's, which is on Blue Diamond Road, where you can either go to Pahrump or you can go to Red Rock or Bonnie Springs Ranch. You can come to Las Vegas. So I sat the phone. It was an old Galaxy S8 Plus, and I sat it on the dash, and I did a hyperlapse. And I put it up there. And I've showed you guys that video. The video's on my channel still. And the next week I did a video and I said, you know what I'll talk about people, what people who live here actually think, and maybe what they think, and maybe what I just think, and show people that Vegas is a place with lots of storied stories, and lots of locals have a different perspective on things, and maybe I'll tell people about that. And for some reason it just kind of stuck. So there you go, and that's where it is. And then people like Let Your Light Shine started commenting, and then I did a video on the Raiders stadium construction, and it happened to be that the exact same day that I did that, the official Raiders YouTube channel uploaded something called From the Ground Up. It was a reality series, and my video happened to come right after their video, so I got like 300 subscribers in a day. I said, what? 300 in a day. Now, I've done that several times. I mean, I think there was a day where I got 1,000 subscribers on this channel once. It was crazy. But this was at the very beginnings. And I said, wow. And this is, so maybe I said, honey, I'm going to turn on the ads. Everybody's going to hate me. But if I can get enough to pay for the Philippines, because we send money over to our godson's in dental school. His name is Christian. And we pay for their household over there because that country is completely shot right now. And we take care of them. I said, if maybe I can make enough to just pay for that. And then I did. And it was just crazy. It was just wild. Life is wild. What can I tell? Moderator, please delete Arnold. That person uses the N-word in his title. Really? Oh, yeah, I just noticed that. Well, we can't have that. Thank you so much for pointing that out. So, yeah, I'm sorry, man. You can't put that on there. Now, maybe you are African-American yourself, but you got to realize you don't have the right to do that kind of stuff. People have really bad reactions to that word, and I can't tell you what it feels like because obviously, my skin color, but I don't want to offend people on that. That's one of those things that I will say censor. So there you go. Hi, Steven. Will buffets be open back up soon? Hugo says, I really doubt it. I doubt buffets are coming back ever. Luxor only because I haven't stayed there. I stayed at Excalibur once and wasn't impressed. Dana says, I'm sorry you weren't impressed with the big old castle in the Las Vegas sky. Welcome to the Black Cat and Steven show. Black Cat is watching the leaves outside because there's so much stuff in the backyard for him to look at. Hey, Steven, you should be a talk radio host. You're an excellent speaker and great voice for radio. Keep up the great work. Dan C., I don't even know what I would talk about, man. I don't even know what I would talk about. There's a guy named Kevin Wall who's on the mornings here in Vegas from 8 until 9 o'clock. And, of course, there's all these radio show hosts. It seems like the only really successful nationwide radio hosts are either sports or conservative talk radio. And those guys get paid a mint. But most of them are breaking into YouTube and non-traditional broadcast mediums. You are a really wonderful person to help your family. Thank you, little Dutchie. Hi, Steven. You should be a talk radio host. I saw that, yeah. Found this channel not long after the lockdown because I was wondering how things were going in LV, and your channel popped up, and after watching one video, I was sold. I can't snap my fingers. Thank you, Red Gary. Red Pill Gary. I was trying to say, sold. All right, very nice. Buffets are one of my draws to LV. Yeah, I'm sorry, J Media. I know, man. Well, what you could do is just do a mukbang. You know what a mukbang is? It's where it's weird, man. South Korea. By the way, if you meet somebody from South Korea, they don't call themselves South Koreans. They just say, we are Koreans. They sit with all this food in front of them, a giant platter, and they just eat. Sometimes it's very bad. I think I just popped a pee. When you say it into the mic without a shield, it sounds terrible. And they just eat all this food on camera. And they say it's because in Korea, in some Asian countries, people are very disconnected from each other. So they might eat alone, and then they can eat with a person. It's very strange. Let's get to 300 likes. That would be very nice. You're the best, Steven. Thank you, Mock. You're the best, man. Best movie, Vegas movie historical. I am a fan of Casino. I'm a fan of Casino. I'm a fan of Vegas Vacation. I'm a fan of anything related to Vegas. Ocean's 11, of course. Ocean's 13, of course. Those are all good movies. I'm never going to become mayor. Have you watched an election lately? Nothing makes any sense anymore. Caesars blows away Luxor. Well, yes, but that's like saying that a Lexus blows away a Kia Sorento. That's just what's going to happen. Of course, it does. It's not even the same. Hey, Steven, can you add drone video to your videos? Your videos are great, but I thought it would be cool to add, John says. Yeah, I was looking at a Mavic Mini, and they're not cheap. They're not expensive. I mean, they're not cheap. They're $400, but then you can't really fly them anywhere near the strip as far as I understand it. Or maybe you can. I have heard so many different stories from people, and I should consult some of the photographers at work because we have professional photographers and ask them that. But I think that would be a great idea. Years ago, you would see people on the strip with drones all the time. The Mavic Mini is just a few grams, for all you metric fans out there, under the weight of what you have to have an actual FAA license for. But it takes like 4K video, and it's a fantastic looking little device. And they're widely available. It's just an issue of going out and getting one, and then you have to learn how to fly a drone without destroying it. But I love drone photography. That's why I have so many stupid cameras in my life. Look at this. I got a camera here, and this is a camera right here, and then this is a camera right here, and I'm talking to you on a camera, and this is a Pixel phone that I used on the strip to film the presidential motorcade. Like, I got too many, and it's all because of you guys. I owe it all to you. I owe everything on this channel to you. Without you, I am nothing. I am nothing. Showgirls, we got movies here. We got Leaving Las Vegas, of course. So I know we got some trolls. Mike H. You guys can get rid of Mike H because he tries to make me say his name. John owns a Spark. I know nothing about drones. You could tell me whatever. You know, I own a Widgemadoo drone. I'll be like, oh, Widgemadoo. That's a good brand, right? Do you think you could fly there because the airport near the Strip? I don't know. I've heard rumors, crazy wild rumors, wild and crazy stuff. I've heard crazy rumors that there's like sensors in the buildings in Las Vegas on the casinos, so they know that you're flying a drone. I hope we'll meet before Christmas. That'll be fun. Well, I'm tapping out for the night. John says it was awesome hanging with everybody. Have a good night, John. Say goodbye to John. Say good night to John. Part-time AM radio was my side hustle once. I was a board operator. I always thought if I had my own show, I would never run out of material. Just open the lines and talk to people. Has anybody heard of Coast to Coast AM? Say yes if you have heard of Coast to Coast AM. Thank you. Thank you, Figo. I appreciate it. We're getting a lot of trolls in the chat. I don't see them. I don't know what Thanos even sounds like. So we've heard of Coast to Coast AM. I don't watch Marvel movies. I'm sorry. I am that guy. Well, at least I see Star Wars movies. And some people won't watch the originals. All right. So Coast to Coast AM was originally Art Bell. And he was working at AM 720 KDOWN, KDWN. So 720 KDWN is a massive broadcast entity out here. So in terms of broadcasting, it's about how big your transmitter is. It's not how big it is. It's how you use your transmitter. No, it's not. So it's about how big your transmitter is, how many megawatts or 1,000 watts it is. So that's a big transmitter, and it had a really broad reach. And so he was doing, standard news talk and reading the news copy until he was on a late night show. Art Bell was. And so the story goes that he would have crazy people call in, and the crazy people would be the most interesting ones, and they would usually try to filter them, but one night they didn't filter them, and before you knew it, he became the preeminent kind of UFO conspiracy theory radio show out there. It's still on. George Norrie, I believe, hosts it, and it's interesting. You can go on YouTube and listen to some of these guys. As Cincinnati Kid is here. What's up, Cincinnati Kid? Glad you're here. Did you listen to Paul Harvey? Now you know the rest of the story. I mean, I've heard Paul Harvey in the past. You'd be good at that genre. What, crazy people, Sasha? I don't watch Mandalorian, guys. I have Disney Plus through Verizon, but I've never, ever even done it. I've never even activated it. It uses a clear, there's also, I'm not familiar with the radio vernacular, but there's something called the clear channel station, and clear channel stations are ones that have very broad spectrum and they can go very far. Casino is my favorite Scorsese movie, actually. Man, I have a low bandwidth right now. Hopefully I don't look too terrible on you guys and sound too bad. Steven, I truly appreciate you for your videos lately. You are one of the few things I look forward to each week. Can't wait to get back to Vegas. Hopefully we can cross paths one day, Jerry says. That sounds fun to me, Jerry. I hope that is the case. Are you a Howard Stern fan? I'm not a Howard Stern fan. I think there's a tipping point where people shouldn't be paid the money that they're paid, and they just offered him like a ridiculous contract worth like I think $100 million a year. I am a Joe Rogan fan. I really like Joe Rogan. Somebody I once knew that I don't talk to anymore said, "Oh man, you could be the next Joe Rogan," and I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, no, I'm not. But that was nice of you to say. 1,000 gigawatts, 1,000 gigawatts gets 88 miles per hour. 1.21 gigawatts actually is what it is. That was supposed to be back in Kansas. Okay, we're chatting about whatever. Do you ever gamble? Cynthia says. The wife did some gambling at the Circa grand opening. Unfortunately for us, we just ended up donating to the cause. So we helped Circa's grand opening night become more profitable, meaning we lost money there. Knew you were a great person when you gave money to that lady who lost her daughter. I have to reach out to her again, actually. That's the Becca and Friends Foundation. So I have to go out and email her back. Steve is the last vegan. Is the last vegan different from Patreon? Is the lost vegan different? Steve, is the lost vegan different from Patreon? I don't know what you mean, JC. I'm sorry. I don't understand that. The Patreon is at patreon.com /Not Leaving Las Vegas, I believe, or just go to notleavinglasvegas.com /Patreon. You can get there from there, and it'll just direct you right there. Do you like the Red Green show? Well, if the girls don't find you handsome, they should find you handy. I liked Red Green. It was a very Canadian show. PBS. You could watch it on PBS in this country. Louis Theroux is one of my favorites from here. Yes, there's a lot of great people out there, but let's see. What do we got, Jim West? Don't sell yourself short. You would be a great radio host. We would definitely listen. I don't know what constitutes a great radio host. Member level 1, very nice. 300 likes, please. We are at 274 likes. We're very close to getting 300 likes. Have you ever seen Huell Hauser? Yes, actually, my friend John sent me some Huell Hauser links. He was epic in Southern California, and some people say I have the same friendly travel blog vibe. I wonder what it would be like if I wasn't in the craziness of the Strip. I wonder what that would be like, you know? JC is Art Bell's best caller. Okay. Bob and Doug McKenzie, of course, Red Pill Gary says. Are you a Tom Green fan? I like Tom Green. It's sophomore humor from when I was younger, but I liked him. So Bob and Doug's got an interesting story. Most people don't know this. If you guys want to hear why Bob and Doug McKenzie, the two biggest Canadian stereotypes, exist, just say yes to me. Doogie Howser. No, that's Neil Patrick Harris. So let's see here. Local Lost Vegan Levels versus Patreon. Oh, Jay, yeah, they are different. It's just two options. Some people were on Patreon beforehand. Some people are on this. The deal is I post the same content to both sides of things. So if I'm posting photos here, I post them there as well. But the Patreon takes way less out of me. Just so you guys are aware, but then you don't get a cool badge like you do on YouTube. So yes. So yeah, John doesn't want to hear that, but no, they asked Bob and Doug McKenzie, Rick Moranis, and Rick Thomas to come up with something that was distinctly Canadian, and they were offended by that. So they made the most Canadianish stereotype in the world, and they made Bob and Doug McKenzie. Take off, eh? You and your wife are too cute. Did they show Benny Hill in Canada, Con? Yes, they sure did. And if you don't know what Benny Hill is a British comedian from the 1960s and 1970s. And the Tropicana opened in the 50s, Crystal. I don't know exactly when. It was after the Stardust, I believe. And Benny Hill had a British variety and comedy show. And because British people aren't as offended by topless women as we are in the United States, there was that version. But that version got exported to the United States across the pond to the colonies, as they would say. We're going to the colonies, go overseas. Oh, it's so terrible. British people are mad at me right now. But they would have these musical vignettes with topless girls being chased by guys. It's definitely Me Too territory. The Canadians got that version with the topless girls. On PBS, you didn't get that. They cut it all out. Interesting stuff. Am I Doc Martin fan? You mean the shoes? Are those shoes Doc Martin? I'm not sure. I don't know. I have a pair of Skechers. I have a pair of Vans that I wear to the gym. Steven, you know a lot. I know nothing, Jon Snow. Oh, wait, that's you know nothing. Thank you, Victor. I used to watch Benny Hill with my dad when I was about 10. Carry-on films which were very cheeky, very cheeky. Oh, yes. I mean, it's like Life with Brian was funded by George Harrison because the Monty Python guys were not going to get any kind of funding for that movie, and George Harrison funded it, and it was a worldwide successful hit. Lots of things came from the UK and Canada that we still, to this day, have influences on American pop culture. Do you think the Las Vegas Raiders will build their own hotel on the Strip? No, I don't, Patrick. I think that's a nightmarish scenario for them to be leveraged even more than they already are. They're not making any money right now. The team is basically getting all of their revenues from TV. And I think, by the way, the NFL and the NBA are in substantial trouble after this year because you have existing TV deals that go for 10 years and billions of dollars, and they expect a certain audience through the door. And when you don't deliver that TV audience, you're not delivering that audience. The TV networks are going to go, why are we paying you $100 million a year so we can show your games when nobody's watching? That's what I think is going to happen with the NBA and the NFL, because right now they're getting most of their revenues from the television. They have no revenues from ticket sales, quite frankly, in most places. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, but I don't think they're going to build a casino. It doesn't make any sense to do so. They already partnered up with the M Resort down in Henderson as the official Raiders casino. And I got Pizza Hut bought pizza for everybody at work today, and they were trying to sell you an official Raiders poster for $10. The thing is really small. It's such a joke. I hit the Wrestling Ernest Hemingway says, I hit the button as soon as I pop in here every time on all of his vids. Thank you so much. Yeah, you got to hit the like button. Hockey Night in Canada Yes, Hockey Night in Canada is still around. It's not on the CBC anymore. It's so different up there. Have I visited the Raiders Stadium? I drive past it several times a week. I'm not far from it, actually, where I live. And yeah, we go past it all the time. Their headquarters is across the street from the M. It's not far away. Yeah, it's not far away. But, I haven't gone on the tour. I don't know how much the tour for the Radio Stadium is. And I don't imagine they're going to allow you to film anything anyways, because they have this really hardline approach on people using videos on social media. Did the pandemic kill karaoke? I don't think so. There's a place called Gimmick Republic that seems to be open. It's a Filipino karaoke place. We're trying to get some folks that we know together, not YouTube people, just like friends of ours, to go and check it out. But I just don't know if that's going to happen. So do you like the San Jose Sharks? I like hockey, but I'm not a Sharks fan. They're obviously our rivals here in Las Vegas, so not so much. And I never liked the Sharks dating back into the 90s when they beat the Calgary Flames in the first round of the playoffs. They had this goaltender named Wade Flaherty. He was ridiculous. Thanksgiving on the Strip, good or bad idea, Andreas said. Well, I had somebody reach out, and yeah, I mean, I think it's a good idea. I'll go to Carmine's. They have a huge feast. It's not cheap, but there's lots of good restaurants on the Strip. They'll do a good Thanksgiving. Of the current situation in Vegas, CJ Kiwi asks, what do you think will improve in 2021? What will become the new Vegas normal? New Vegas normal might be the buffets not coming back. Improvements in 2021 will be capacities of shows, conventions slowly coming back online. New shopping, retail might be coming in some places. I'll talk about that stuff later in another video. How much do you think tickets are going to cost when they do decide to open, Ambrosia says. If you're referring to the Raiders, they're already sold out, so that'll be an open market thing, and it's whatever people will pay for them. In terms of the tours, I don't know what they cost. They are going on right now. They are happening, but I believe it's just for the season ticket holders, and I think they are still charging the season ticket holders. Pizza Hut is better than Domino's because they have very good crust. Give us an update on the Brightline train to Vegas. It's not happening. I could do a video on that if you guys want to. It's a good topic, the train to Vegas, but it's not happening. The bonds aren't there. They tried to go to the cities and the municipalities. It's a train. The Brightline Express was going to go. First of all, it was called the Virgin train, and then, how's that working out for you with the Virgin Atlantic Airlines? Intel Wild, you would think TV ratings would be higher because people can't go to games, but I know some people didn't want politics injected into the sports, so that turned them off, Intel Wild says. Maybe, possibly, Intel. I appreciate that opinion. I can't make a comment on that, or else people will say that I'm right or wrong and get mad at me. But going back to it, let's see what we had. Brightline train was going to go from Victorville, California, eventually to downtown, what they call I think it was the Union Station in LA, but starting at Victorville, going to Las Vegas, and actually deading out right at the outlet center at first, and then they were talking about building it all the way to Allegiant. So you'd have a way to get out of California and watch Raiders games if you're not a Rams fan or you're not a Chargers fan. I remember, speaking of the Chargers, there's this clip on YouTube you should look up. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger when they're trying to build a stadium for the Chargers, and he's going, "Go Chargers, go! Go Chargers, go! Build a stadium! It's my legacy." It was pretty funny. But that didn't happen. Virgin was the first operator vendor. They said that because they have built Virgin trains in other parts of the country. I believe Florida might have trains, and they get municipal bonds, which are put up by the city. They lend a bunch of money to a company, an entity, and then the idea is that later on, those companies will pay back the bonds, and the city will make a profit in the long run. And I believe that's how bonds work. And then Virgin said, hey, guess what? You know how we make all of our money? Off of airline travel? Yeah, we're not doing that. But even though they were two separate companies, see, Virgin Airlines has nothing to do with Virgin Hotels, has nothing to do with Virgin Media, has nothing to do with anything. They're unrelated companies with the same namesake. So Brightline came in and said, we'll do it. We'll get those bonds, and nobody did, so it's dead right now, unfortunately. When you do walking around desert videos, are you close to your house, and chair videos, are you in your backyard? When I do the chair videos, I'm on the front yard, and I will not tell you if I'm close to my house on the walking around ones, but it's a good question. That Chargers line from Arnold is now a soundbite. That's what I mean. J Media knows what I'm talking about. Go Chargers! Oh, yeah, I'm Arnold. If you want to be Arnold, just say your vowels. So A-I-O-U. There's Arnold for you. I hope Vancouver adopts the new rapid test Calgary is testing for people learning and leaving and coming back to Canada. So if you guys are watching this, you don't know what Red Pill Gary's talking about. You have Canadians that had to be quarantined when they got back to Canada. They could fly here. They couldn't drive over the border, but they could fly in and fly out of the United States. When they got home, they had to spend 2 weeks at home. And the Canadian government, they literally like minority reported you down, and they just got you, and they would like check on you. Are you at home? What are you doing at the grocery store? I was hungry. I needed food, buddy. No, you had to stay at your house. Now you can go to Calgary, Canada. If you fly in through Calgary, take a 2-day rapid test as long as you are submitting to the test, and then another one a few days later. So you can get in and out of Canada. So hopefully Say Hi to Matthew will be back soon, right? Are you a Seattle Seahawks fan? I am not a fan. I'm not a fan of the Seahawks, but I'll show you something that's going to make you dislike me. Oh, my goodness. Oh, let's see what we got here. That's right. And we can't win anything this year. No, I'm not a Seahawks fan, but I like people from Seattle. I like me some Emerald City folks. Been a while since I heard the Arnold impression. Yeah, it's tough on the voice box, man. I'll tell you. Arnold screwed up the California economy. It doesn't matter. He's rich. He can do whatever he wants. Oh my God. Let's see here. Seahawks. Yep. He was my boss, but that's all right. Arnold Schwarzenegger was your boss? Very nice. Let's see here. We got the Saints in the town with Watbury. Who dat? Give me a who dat. You won last place. Well, if you're not first, you're last. So technically everybody except for whoever's first place is in last place. The freebies screwed up the economy, Mike says. No, not really. I think giant, horrible virus that causes people to not be able to go near others screwed up the economy, and a lot of fear, man. A lot of fear. There's so much fear going on. It's crazy. People are afraid to do anything. They don't know what's going to happen. From one minute to the other, is your life over? Is everything going away? I mean, I'm looking at the economy right now. I'm like, what happens in the presidential race? Are we going to be shut down again? One of the people wants to shut us down. The other one thinks it doesn't even exist. What the hell is going on? I don't want the guy that wants to shut us down. And then I read about that guy's plan, and he says, I don't want to shut you down. I want to shut the virus down. And I'm like, how are you going to do anything different than the last guy? Or for that matter, the guy in Canada, the guy in Mexico, the guy in England, the guy in Germany, the gal in Germany. You're not doing anything different. We can't shut down again, though. That's for sure. Anyways, you should invite Say Hi to Matthew for collaboration. I have, Del. I absolutely have. If you guys are, let's see, is he even live? He might be live right now. Let's go see if Say Hi to Matthew is live right now. Oh my gosh, I gotta sneak into his channel and see what he's talking about. He has a much better looking setup than me. Say hi to Matthew. Look at that. And he is so live. All right, Friday night live stream. Say hi to Matthew. He's got 63 people watching. So I'll post his link in here, and you guys can go say hi. So I say, que bueno, Matthew, ¿cómo está? So Control B, it's Command V. Why can't I post it? If you guys want to go say hi from Not Leaving Las Vegas, that's his stream. So he is live. Show him some love, guys. It's tough because he's got a loyal, super awesome fan base, and I'm going to say in this chat, I'm going to say, hi, Matthew. My channel says hi. Hi, Matthew. We all say hi. We want you to come back to Las Vegas. So I'm going to type that into his chat. And I'm not going to show his chat. I did that once before, and there's always a terrible background echo for obvious reasons. Honestly, I enjoyed these streams as much as the live streams. Denver, you need a new hobby. No, I'm just kidding, Denver. You're awesome. And by the way, when you guys have an avatar, then that's cool. And then I know who you are a little bit better because you can see what's going on. Oh, look, it's Matt Smith. Stephen Campbell says hi. Steve Miller says hi, Matthew. Steve says hi, haha, LLOL. That's awesome. I love to see you guys in his chat saying hi. That's good. That's fun stuff, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you go over there, Steve D. Oh, I don't think Steve D is in my chat right now. That's a shame. So we lost Steve D, our ultra uber moderator guy. But there you go. Why did Matt Smith retract his Now we're just watching his stream. This is all falling off the rails. My husband's ringtone on his phone is, we don't know what we are doing. Okay, that's funny stuff. Let's see here. Chat, a show for people who love Las Veggies. Let us chat. I love it. A show for people who love Las Veggies. That's hilarious. I love it. Oh, man, that's fun stuff. Thank you guys for going and saying hi to him. So there we go. Del Lamb. So we're just, no, Steve D is active in that chat right now. I'm looking at it right now. Which strip casinos will permanently cease operations forever next year? 0, South Point Dave. Don't be ridiculous, like Balki Bartakamus once said. Being small YouTube business owner, another shutdown, I can't feed my kids. Yeah, we can't shut down. We got to move forward, guys. Matthew is having a giveaway. Here's what I want you guys to do, guys. I've been on here for 1 hour and 12 minutes, and I could stay forever, but I got some things I've got to do. Will you promise me that you will go pump his stream up? I want you guys to click on this link. I'm going to click out here, but go to Say Hi to Matthew's channel and go watch him. He's a good YouTuber. You should go check him out. Tell him you want to collab with me, because I want to collab with him. I think I can get something called like StreamYard or something like that. Maybe even with what I have, I can pump him in. So I'm going to click out right now and say 3, 2, 1, click. We're going to go watch Matthew's stream right now, okay? So let's go watch Matthew's stream. Say hi to Matthew. We got 71 people. Go watch him. I appreciate you guys. We'll be back outside tomorrow as long as it's not too windy, or we'll do it in here either way. So we're going to say 3, 2, 1, click. You guys are beautiful human beings. God bless all of you. I mean it. Keep the faith. Don't watch the news anymore. It doesn't matter who the president is. You're going to be okay as long as you worry about you and your immediate loved ones and your family and do the right thing for others. So screw all that hate news media. It doesn't matter. So we're going to say 3, 2, 1, click, okay? 3, 2, 1. Go say hi to Matthew. Are you do that? I want to see 100 people in his chat. Can I get 16 of you guys to pump him up? Can I get 50 of you guys? I don't care if it's boring. Just go in. Just say hi to him for half a second. It don't matter. I want you guys to make them know that people in Vegas miss him. That's what's important. Okay, we're going to say 3, 2, 1, click. 3, 2, 1, and click. Did I click? Click.